Well, let's see if we can't get the no-till drill out of there and get him up to the shop, give him a quick go through, see what we need for some opener bearings and any wheels or anything on there. And I got kicked out of the store the other night. I'm no longer allowed at the local Holiday gas station. There was a mom in there and her kid was a little bit squirrely, and I kind of told the kid, you know, in a polite way. I thought I was being rather polite or educational moment type deal of you know, just you know, relax kid, respect your mom and respect some other people around. And she says he has ADD, and I shouldn't have been so judgmental, but I said, oh, he's got all different daddy syndrome, and I thought that was kind of cute and clever. She did not, and that's when that argument started, and Holiday says I can't go in there anymore, but I still stand behind what I say. So yeah, I got a chain. I can pull him sideways because it's got the caster front wheel. I'll pull him sideways. We'll get him up front, and I do have a box of some emergency parts, and so we will see what I need out of the emergency parts. The old Toxwick. He still works good. I got winter rye that it looks really good, and so when we pull rye or wheat out of the bin, I know it's kind of a pain, but I don't have a screener for small grains. So we pull it out of the bin, run it through here. By the time you get your wagon in, it screens all the weed seed and dust out of it, and then we put it in the wagon, put it in the grain cart. Now you got nice clean rye to sell, and you can see all the weed seed around down there. But yeah, we're getting off track. You guys always distract me. Let's get this chain and get going. So each row unit, you just check the wheels. He rolls really easy, but he's a little wobbly, but the wheel feels nice. So we'll put a bearing kit into that disc blade, and we'll just keep moving on down. The row units, you know, they're heavy. You got a lot of iron here. Everything is rebuildable. These John Deere drills, they're very expensive to rebuild, but if you're a smaller acre guy like I am, you're going to rebuild it once in your life, you know, and it will literally last you the rest of your life. So I'll go get my Boxo parts and see if we can't fix this one, and then keep on moving down. Well, you pull your gauge wheel off. It just the bolt in the center, it comes off that arm. Then you've got a castle nut behind there, you know, a nut with a cotter pin. And this arm can come off, and there's our seal. This arm, them splines are getting pretty wore. That hub, they're kind of wore. You can see that no matter how tight you get it, it just doesn't fit on that shaft good. I don't think I have a shaft, but I'll go check a shaft and an arm assembly. Otherwise, for right now, we'll just make do and put the bearing kit in. It's just a tapered wheel bearing kit, just like any other wheel bearing. And so we'll put the bearings on and go from there. The arm was shot, so where the inner seal rides on the arm, it doesn't work. So I threw it together. I don't have a choice, and just pumped that sucker full of grease, and hopefully the grease will kind of help become the seal. Setting the wheel bearings like any other wheel bearing, you just run it in tight till the bearings are tight, spin it a couple times and loosen it off, get some end play. when I go to fix it right this winter, when I go to rebuild it right, we'll go through it more. But when you're doing these bearings here, some might be right thread, some might be left thread. So if it doesn't really want to go one way, check it the other way. Well, let's grab this seed. The drill's kind of ready to go, and let's dump this seed in, and then we'll grab our magical mycorrhizal seed treatment from Advanced Eco Engineer or Advanced Eco Agriculture, AEA, not AEE, and let's see how we get that stirred in, and blah 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 blah. I'm just gonna put the one bag in, or as much of the one bag as I can, and then we'll have a measured amount for acres. Oh, there's a lid right there. I'll lift him up a little bit, and yeah. All right, I'll get back to you. If I would have spilt more and talked stupid, I could be an influencer. Here's the mycorrhizal seed treatment. It's basically a bucket of dirt, very expensive dirt. It's not that bad as a seed treatment, to be honest. It's probably the softest, smoothest soil I've ever felt. So I put it in, and you work it up. I just got an auger on the drill, and I just let it run for a few minutes and do that kind of deal. Rotate it around, and I'd like to believe I got good even coverage. So yeah. All right, that's that. Let's get to the field. Well, they're burning Crick's Meadows again. Holy cow. Like somebody else commented on the last video, I can't burn because we're in a dry warning hazard for burning, but yet the DNR, of course, you know, they can burn hundreds and hundreds of acres down there. Yeah, funny how that goes. That pasture is coming along for the steers. I'm going to hold them back a little bit, let the pasture get a good head start. This will be beans. That's coming along nice. That's drying up. Hopefully next week we can start strip tilling. And yeah, boy. Down a little bit here so I can do my fancy recording. Oh, the steers are heading up. Karen must be in the feedlot if the steers are heading up. And we're underway. Squeak, rattle, bounce. Yeah. I like that adaptive curve. The only thing is if you make a curve, it by default keeps making it bigger. So if you get this going, it's fine for your 4 or 5 passes on the headland, but if you're going to go across the field with it, by the time you get to the other end of the field, that pull out for a tree is going to be just huge. And so yeah, we'll do it on the headland, and like spring we'll get a normal pass. There we go. Boop. Catch that line. Hold, hold, hold. Now. Yeah. In my flights of fancy, since I have that Borgalt air cart, I would like to talk to Borgalt before I rebuild this drill. I'd like to talk to a Borgalt company and see if I could sell this drill and buy either 15 or 30 feet. It'd be nice. I don't need that weight on them coulters. We're only trying to get 3/4 of an inch deep. And I would like to see if they've got a little better opener or a little lighter opener that could still get me that 3/4 to an inch and a half kind of range, or 1/4 to inch and a half range of depth, but get me 30 feet on a 3-point toolbar like my strip till, so then I can use that air cart I got. And oh boy, that would be something. Oh yeah. Well, there we go. Our headlands are done. Now we're running up, and on that edge you get that one squirrely pass, and then your next pass straightens up and goes through it. And but now we're up and running, off to the races now. And check the seed back there, and the seed is in moisture for the most part. I should say for it's in good soil. So I'm skeptical. I'm still trying to learn how to do wheat better. So I am skeptical, but optimistic at the same time. And so, yeah, it'll be exciting. It'll be exciting to see what really happens out here. That they'll be by next week to get the calcium and carbon on the field, and the sulfur with a little touch of nitrogen. So the universities say for our area, get some urea at the time of planting, because our season is short enough, but by the time that urea gets down into the plant, we've used up a lot of season already. And then we'll do some sap testing and foliar feeding. Oh, here comes my mud holes. There's a seep coming out of the woods, comes across here, and there's another one right ahead of us, comes out of the woods and across here. And so, yeah, yep, that's my mud hole. Hope you guys enjoyed all that drama. Well, here we go. I was able to have like 11 acres done last night by the time I got the drill fixed and filled, and got out here at the 10 acre last night. This morning I'm just finishing up with what's in the drill. I should be running out of seed here in a little bit. Then I got a service call this morning to go do quick, and then a service call later today. They're just quick little ones. I try not to do too many service calls because it really they take a lot of time, even for little stuff. But if I know that they're quick, I just go get them done and then get back here and finish the field up. Just got to get to there. We're halfway done. Well, good morning, day 2. Got out here, got going again, and yeah, last night I was only able to get about 11 acres done by the time I had the drill fixed and filled up with seed and got out here. It was already late to begin with, and we got 11 acres done last night. I got a draw here, and so I'll finished running the drill out this morning, and that should put me around the 20 acre out of 32 acre mark. Then got a couple service calls. Got one service call to run over quick this morning, and then come back, finish doing the field, and then after lunch got another service call. Rain is moving in tonight and tomorrow, so the rest of today, once I'm done with the field, then the rest of Friday and then Saturday and Sunday can all be in the shop. Get the next batch of, the goal today is to get a couple tractors out, and then the goal Monday morning is to get a couple more tractors in and then still make some headway on the 4430. So, red-winged blackbird. Around 20 acres is when we should be needing a refill. I'm at 18 now. I just saw the slight glass slough clean. Let's see what we got going on. Ooh, it's getting down there. Very much left. Between, we might be just a smidgen on the light side. But we'll let it go. Yeah. Because now that we're just into this funnel area, so it should go quick, but we'll go a few more acres and check again. Yeah, yep. 20 would be the soonest I'd like to run out. 24 would be the latest I would like to run out. So if we're somewhere between 20 and 24, that would be perfect. I would love to figure out how to leave the grass grow and strip till and do 30-inch wheat. Instead of grasses, they'll have more of a clover mix, because clover stays low and we don't care if it goes to seed. And then just strip till wheat into that clover. I'd like to get away from the chemicals. 24 acres. There's a little bit left. I don't think I can do a round without starting to shovel seed back and forth. So I'm gonna drive up to the seed bag, park the tractor, grab my pickup, do the service call quick, and then I think I'll just grab a bucket and kind of guesstimate with a 5-gallon bucket what I need to finish the field. Yeah, I think that's what we'll do. Well, the wheat is done. The first field of the year is in. Everything went pretty good. The drill worked. A few more bearings went out while I was using it. I think it's just at that point, where it's just, now every time you use it, a couple bearings are going to go out. There's only 942 bearings on that thing. But it worked. The seeding rate came in just a smidgen light from where I wanted to be. But it's really close to the lower end of where the seed company wanted you to be. So I feel we're fairly close on population. I feel all logic says that the day of burn down, everything of the burn down should have worked very well. At the day of seeding, there's good moisture in the ground, good weather for wheat germination. Got some more moisture coming in. The seed's in good moist soil, not overly wet. Right now, all indicators should say theoretically we're off to a great start. Rain's coming in right now. With some cows. We got 2 of them with hurt feet. They got into the wooded area, so Karen fenced that off. We got an apple cider vinegar experiment. We got the stock tank switched over. Got the winter waterer off. Got the stock tank hooked up. And the last couple days, so we're ending our first field of the year with the first grazing of really grazing. The sacrifice area worked good, but now they're not coming up for feed. So there's the last couple days there's been extra feed, so we've been feeding every other day, and so you can see their consumption up there getting less. And so this coming week Karen will probably start drawing up plans for how she wants to run the hot wires and all that stuff. But look how pretty that is. That nice black cattle out here on that nice dark green pasture. Oh yeah. You can see the dead area from when we plow snow in the winter time. This little area got a little winter kill, even though it wasn't that hard of a winter. But you can see the clover. Look at the clover. Oh boy. Oh boy. I'm done with grass. From now on, it's legume dominant with a little bit of grass mix for all pasture and hay. From now on, it's grass. Grasses. Legumes. Yeah. They just grow and feed so well, and they can graze so heavy, and it just works. But yeah, so on that note, thank you for watching our first field of the year video and first grazing, and we're gonna get out of the rain now.